box. Nicely swept across, Bowman. He'll have a goal! Well now. Again, the sun may have played a part in this. He seemed to go for it very late.
This is rude boy. He grows to about 6 foot spike.
Man of many talents.
The Beechgrove Garden, Thursday 8:30, BBC One Scotland.
Recalling a great night of comedy now on BBC One Scotland, Dawn French relishes the best bits of last year's Comic Relief.
Or as they used to say, good evening. I love the olden days, didn't you? Well now, the night of Comic Relief was almost a year ago now. Was it? A year? So much has dropped in that year. I mean, to be honest, I'm now using my bottom as a broom, and that's true. Anyway, as you may remember, a pretty good night was had by all. However, using the most up-to-date technology, we actually reckon we can do better. So tonight, we're going to distill that 6 hours into just 60 giggleful minutes of the very best of last year. So, put on your laughing bra and prepare to wobble at some of these. Ballykissdibbly. It's got everything. Intrigue, sex, stupidity. Men behaving very badly indeed. Kylie Minogue makes a special appearance. Bless her extraordinary little antipode in cotton socks. Prime cracker. Great acting, great dancing. But above all, great snogging from the king and queen of crime. All fantastic bits of comedy. And the bonus is, tonight, we're not going to ask you for your money. No, not one picking cotton penny. Because, you see, we did that last year. Our purpose, as ever, was to make you laugh so hard that you lost all sense of reason, you see. And in your delirious state, we hoped you'd pick up that phone and donate a huge amount of money. Possibly everything you've ever earned, all of which would go directly to the project's Comic Relief supports, helping some of the poorest people in the UK and Africa. Well, Mr., Mrs., Master and Miss Audience, the plan worked. You were unbelievably generous, and by the end of Red Nose Day, you had contributed nearly £12 million. A few months later, that total had almost doubled. So, start practicing your screams of delight and amazement for the end of the programme, when we reveal the grand Red Nose total, the highest ever. Meanwhile, get the chocks out and settle your lardy-bot nicely into that couch, because it's time for another chance to see a particularly special. Men behaving very badly indeed. If you missed it on the night, here it is for the first time. If you did see it and loved it, well, you'll love it again, won't you? If you hated it the first time, have you considered the possibility that you might be a miserable grumpy git?
I'll tell you what's weird.
The fact that there were 7 dwarfs, but none of them were called short arse.
Yeah, that's weird. But I'll tell you what else.
Yeah, that there are people with surnames like Black, Brown, Green and White. There's nobody called Yellow. Like Tony Yellow.
Well, I was going to say that was weird.
There's no £15 notes.
There's no £15 notes. That's weird.
Peculiar. So what you got then?
Dear Kylie Minogue, my best friend Tony fell into a coma recently while we were out shopping. Doctors now say...
Tragically. Fell into a coma tragically.
Yeah, tragically. Doctors now say the only thing that will wake him up is his favourite Australian artist singing at his bedside. It doesn't have to be good singing, so please come round to our flat and sing to him. Best wishes, Gary Strang.
What if she sends a cassette?
We haven't got a cassette player. That's all right. What about you?
Dear Kylie, I've been a fan of yours since you burst onto the scene like a rocket in the 80s.
Hey, like an enormous skyrocket.
Oh, yeah, like an enormous sky rocket.
Yeah.
I have written to you already once or twice without any luck, but here goes again. I know you are busy, but I would be grateful if you could send me one or more unwanted toenail clippings at your earliest convenience. Fondly, Tony.
You don't think that sounds a bit needy?
Yeah, maybe. Yours sincerely?
No, I mean asking for some toenail.
I just wanted something personal, you know.
Well, what about a toothbrush? But it's been in her mouth.
What about some hair?
I can't really imagine Kylie snipping away down there. We've got to be realistic, mate.
Not rude hair.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
Umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella.
Grateful for any unwanted umbrellas. Feel free to stick in any old toothbrushes.
Or spare hair. You see, the thing is, people like Kylie, they're completely normal, and they're actually quite happy to meet other completely normal people.
Oh.
Well, she's like a sister to us.
The type of sister you'd like to go running around London naked with, leaping from roof to roof.
Yeah, that kind of sister. And we go back a long way.
Why do you keep saying way?
Sorry.
Right. We'll have Michelle Pfeiffer up to the knee and a woman off the Special K advert up to the hip.
This is getting really complicated.
Well, we're going to be sharing a log cabin for, like, eternity. We might as well get the details right.
All right, let's recap. The face is a singer with a cute nose from the Bangles. Bottom, Kylie.
Obviously.
Alternating on a weekly basis with the Cuban sprinter in the leotard whose name we can't remember.
So who would you like to have children with, ideally?
Kylie. Kylie.
Why?
Well, if the little chap's having a hard time getting to sleep, who better to sing Away in a Manger than Kylie? With her infallible ear for rhythm and a distinctive Aussie brogue. And, you know, despite being petite, I get the impression she's strong as an ox.
Bought a new CD today. Kylie's latest.
Oh.
I see she's wearing glasses.
Yeah?
I think she looks really good in glasses, don't you?
Well, let's face it, Kylie looked foxy in a welder's mask with a parsnip strapped to her. Oh.
Bad news.
Dear Mr. Strang, unfortunately, owing to a heavy work schedule, my client Kylie Minogue is unable to meet you and your friend Tony for a donut.
I should be so lucky. Lucky. I should be so lucky.
Who's that last bloke?
What?
Oh, no. So it must be a real nightmare being well known.
Oh, a nightmare. Constant gifts.
All those nights in expensive hotels collecting all the little soaps. I mean, would you want a stalker?
Yeah, I would, actually. The thing about a stalker is you can always get them to run errands and stuff for you.
Yeah. If I had a stalker, I'd say, hey, take 5 minutes off, will you, and get down the shops and buy me a packet of fags, Stalky.
Evening. Is that your van that's parked outside?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just ran into it.
Oh, are you all right, little thing?
With my car.
With your car?
I swerved to avoid these pigeons and...
You're supposed supposed to run pigeons over. That's what they're for. They enjoy it.
My insurance will cover everything. If I can just use a pen, I'll give you my details.
I love that van.
Hello.
Hello. She broke my van.
He loves that van.
Yeah, he mentioned that. You know, it's kind of rusty.
No, it isn't.
What's that?
It's just a different sort of finish.
Do I detect a slide accent there?
G'day.
Dutch?
From Australia.
Australia? Welcome. What brings you to our shores, Cobber?
I just do a bit of work around Europe.
Bar work?
It's more in
Australia.
the...
You know that song, Waltzing Matilda? What exactly is a billabong?
It's kind of a quiet place by a river where people stop.
So what's a jolly swag man?
That's a happy person who's carrying a traveller's swag.
Are you sure you're Australian?
Yeah. Do you have that pen?
That van had special wheels, you know.
What's special about them?
I don't know.
Come on then, say something in Australian.
I'll strangle the pommy bastard if he mentions his van again.
Dutch. Hey. Well, you ask her.
No, you ask her.
Do you want an autograph?
No. We just wondered if you wouldn't mind putting your hand down our sink. You see, we seem to have a bit of a blockage. You've got such nice little hands. Tiny hands.
I could lose a finger in there.
Yeah.
You did bash his van, love.
Do you mind if I don't? I've got filming tomorrow.
You're in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could we ask something of you?
Sing something.
We've made these sculptures out of old lager cans. Wondered if you judge which one you think is the best. It's me.
Well, what do you think?
I'd better go.
Oh, no, look, it's not a real chicken. Hey, what you...
Hey, stay, it's your bad night. God, Dutch birds.
Dutchy.
Hey, Gertha, put some wax on my cheese.
Yeah, hey. Get your finger out that dyke, Cloggy.
Yeah. What's her name then? Helga van Inderblurgen.
Kylie Minogue. Care of Deconstruction Records, London and New York.
As ever, the night of Comic Relief was a mixture of the funny and the pretty serious. Last year, Julie Walters reported on a project in Addis Ababa, where your money could help give children who live on the streets somewhere safe to sleep at night, and a chance to build a real future.
Years of war and famine have left thousands of orphaned children in Ethiopia. Here in Addis Ababa, most of them live and sleep on the streets, but Comic Relief money is helping to keep some street children safe and warm at night. It's paying for this night shelter. 25 boys start their day here. Like the thousands of others outside on the streets, each of these children is alone in the world. Some are as young as 6 years old. Most don't know how old they are. They have no idea when their birthday is. Johannes is 11. He knows that because his grandmother told him. He was a baby when his parents died in the famine of 1985. When his grandmother died, Johannes was left alone in the world.
I've wasted all my tears, wasted all those years. Nothing had the chance to be good. Nothing ever could, yeah. I'll keep holding on.
These children children don't live like children. After this breakfast of toasted grains, if they're going to eat again today, they have to earn the money to pay for it themselves. Johannes has been alone on the streets of Addis for 5 years. He spends his day taking out the rubbish from shops and houses. This has been his life since he was 6 years old. The street children of Addis do whatever work they can find to survive. They can earn a few pence cleaning the dust off old cement sacks. It gets into their lungs and they cut their hands. But with the clean sacks they can make paper bags to sell in the market. They search in the dirt for fallen coffee beans until they've got a handful they can sell. And if they can't find work, they forage in stinking skips for food and for anything they might be able to sell.